Hey everyone, it's Courtney. Welcome to another vlog. Today we are headed to Hobby Lobby for the last time. That's right, this is the last time that I'll be going to my local Hobby Lobby because soon we are going to move. Woo! Stick around and let's go look at some yarn. Let's see what they've got in the aisles today. I know Hobby Lobby might not be the first choice for everyone, but for me, it's the closest craft store in my community. If I wanted to go to Michael's, I'd have to drive an hour away. So I did make the decision to kind of start shopping at Hobby Lobby out of necessity. But for a lot of people, this is where they find the yarn that they use for their craft. So, let's not knock that, not to knock anybody. And yeah, let's go see if we can see some really cool yarn. Whenever I do these craft store walkthroughs, I always have to record myself walking through the aisles. And here we are approaching our first yarn. This is the Beginner Bee yarn. It is looking like a knockoff of the Woobles yarn to me. And this is in the colorway pink. The yarns in this display are looking like the colors of the rainbow. One 65-yard skein of Beginner Bee will cost you about $3.49. They also have a couple of crochet kits. The yarn section of my local Hobby Lobby is made up of about 1.5 aisles. On this aisle, there's just one side that has yarn. I rather instantly gravitated to this yarn, not simply because it's the first yarn that we are coming up on this aisle, but it reminds me of another yarn I've seen somewhere. This one is called Dream Spun, Yarn Bee Dream Spun, and I think I've showed this yarn to you before. It is their Yarn Bee Authentic Hand-Dyed Yarn. I have used a skein of this to crochet a tank top a little closer to when I moved to town. I wanted to show you this colorway. To me it looks a bit rustic, but the yarn's name is Hibiscus Palm. The colorway name, rather. Here we are looking at a yarn called Effortless Super Bulky, also from the Yarn Bee. It has a nice texture. Over here is the collection of Velvety Smooth. They also have something called Velvety Smooth Sparkle. The red one looked especially festive. Velvety Smooth Aran. I think this is a yarn that I've used in the past when I was trying to get something to go with Premier Parfait Chunky. It's a bit different from Parfait Chunky though, in that it's a velvet yarn instead of chenille. This is the Yarn Bee's faux fur yarn called For the Moment. Up here is something called Ethereal Eyelash. Very interesting. Getting back to For the Moment, there's pretty much every color that you would want in a faux fur yarn, like white and black, and also pink. You've got to have pink faux fur yarn too. Below the For the Moment, we've got some of the I Love This Yarn brands, and an assortment of colorways. Most of it's on the other side of this aisle. I'm so glad I came on a day when the yarn is on sale. This is more of the Yarn Bee line. This yarn is called Tender Touch. This yarn is called True Colors. It is also from Yarn Bee. As you see, their colors come in an assortment and they have a bit of a shiny quality. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is probably the first yarn that my daughter ever worked with. It is called Lion Brand Off the Hook. It is a yarn that is made to be finger knit. Next up, we have a yarn from the Yarn Bee called Breathe Deep Super Bulky. This colorway is soft pink. Over here, there's a nice gray. Up here, this one is Yarn Bee Dream Supreme in a nice navy colorway. They've also got pink and brown and Dream Supreme. So lovely, just some nice ones. Oh, here's Perfectly Plush from the Yarn Bee. This one's like an orange colorway. This one's like a navy colorway and Perfectly Plush. Very nice. I don't think I've seen this plush before. This one is in the colorway Sea Glass. Right next to the Perfectly Plush, we've got Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion. I have used quite a bit of this in the past, mostly to make amigurumi plushies. You guys, none of the labels in this clip are showing. I think this is Yarn Bee Eternal Bliss. I just wanted to show you that over here they have some pom-poms that you could put on hats or at the end of a scarf, really for anything. Now we're really going to get into the meat of this video where we are checking out the acrylic yarn. This is Crafter's secret big idea. Every time I come in here, I feel like I look at this yarn because wouldn't it be nice to just have a big skein of yarn like this? This colorway is a nice royal blue. Here's like a good like teal. Colorway name is Fabulous. Very cool. I love it. And this one is purple. Let's see what's the colorway name. Oh, it's purple. Okay, not too creative, but that's all right. I really like this green. Some of the acrylic yarns at Hobby Lobby, I genuinely do love their colorways. That's a nice gold. There's a red. There's a nice pale pink. Let's see what the colorway name is. Pale yellow. Oh, I said pale pink. I meant to say pale yellow. Okay. It's $11.99, 30% off, and there are 810 yards. It is 100% acrylic. I really like this colorway. It's like cookies and cream. Crafter's secret. Over here, this looks like a knockoff of a Lion brand mandala yarn, so I had to check it out. The first one that my eye's really going to is this one. It is in the colorway Parisian Sweet Shop. If you are just listening, it's got a nice blue, purple, a darker pink, and then another pink in the center. And it's just like sparkly a little bit and girly. It's so cute. This yarn is from Yarn Bee and it's called Sugar Wheel, and there are 302 yards in each of these little cakes. I guess these are cakes. Are these cakes or skeins? I also really like this colorway in Light Show. It kind of reminds me of my childhood for some reason. I think with any one of these colorways, you could make one piece that's really exciting without ever having to change your yarn color. I wanted to show you this colorway called Crocus and Focus. Next, we're going to see some more of the I Love This Yarn brand. This side of the aisle is pretty much all acrylic. I love this yarn. White must be a very popular color because as you can see, there is a lot of it. But over here, we're getting into the pinks. You know I love the pinks. I am a pink girly at heart after all. I'm also drawn to these corals that we see over here. I wonder if I should get this coral. Stick around to the end of the video to see what I got. Otherwise, you will not know because I'm not going to tell you as I'm showing you these different yarns. I want you to be surprised. But look at these greens and blues. I really love how bright and saturated these acrylics can be. Check out these variegated yarns too. Very cool. As you see, each of these skeins is going to cost you $4.99. All of these yarns are 100% acrylic. It looks like there's 355 yards in this skein. I thought that some of these variegated skeins were especially lovely. This one is in the colorway Bird Song, and as you can see, there's some white mixed with some browns and greens, red and blue. Very interesting, very unique. The only time I think I've ever seen a similar colorway or a similar blend of colors was maybe in the Lion brand Hometown yarns. But over here, we've got another really interesting colorway. This one has some yellows and reds and also some blues and tans. Very cool. It is in the colorway Brighton Road. Beneath it, we've got another light yellow colorway. This yarn is in colorway 406 Dakota. I like that it has a really indigenous inspired vibe. Over here, we've got a pink and black variegated colorway. I'm loving this. It looks like there is less yards in a skein on these variegated skeins, but the prices remain the same. So all the more reason to go with that super cool solid colorway. Will this be the one that I choose? Who knows? This is in the colorway Mango. Another variegated skein, this colorway is 434 Orange Burst. Let's compare real quick the yardage to Red Heart Super Saver. In Super Saver, there's 364. I thought that this variegated skein of I Love This Yarn was also really cool. It is in the colorway, where's the colorway name? Hold on guys, it's in the colorway Painted Canyon. This yarn is called I Love This Yarn Metallic, and I'm trying to get you guys to really appreciate the color. It's just not coming out right on the screen. On this end cap, there are a few different types of Yarn Bee yarn that is used to make like kitchen scrubbies. I think that's really cool. This yarn is part of the Baby Bee line. The thickest yarn here is called Baby Bee Cuddly One. I also have a little bit of thinner chenille. This colorway is in Cantaloupe and Surf Baby. Looks like you're getting 33 yards in each skein of Yarn Bee Cuddly One. Let me know in the comments what you would use this yarn for. The next yarn that we're going to visit is the Baby Bee Adorable. This is the closest yarn to Premier Parfait Chunky that I've been able to find in my town. I don't remember seeing this before, but this is a yarn called Adorable Super Bulky, and this colorway is really drawing me. It's called Happy Face. It looks like it's $4.99. Underneath it, we've got like a green and a black colorway. We've also got this yarn called Baby Bee Sweet Delight Chunky in colorway Pinkaboo. Beneath it, there's a light blue. There's several different colorways. Over here, we have something called Baby Bee Sweet Delight Prince. This one is Sweet Delight Pomp, and there's a little bit of maybe metallic twisted in there with the yarn. I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like this Sweet Delights is going to cost you $5.99 per skein. This neutral gray is called Set Sail, and this is also Surf Baby. Their nice light green is called Mint Charm. I've noticed that when buying the Adorable before, so I think these colorways are all the same across the different types of yarn. Here we have Baby Bee Soft and Snuggly. It is in the colorway Flamingo. One skein of Baby Bee Soft and Snuggly will cost you $6.49. It looks like there are 236 yards. Although, hold up, this skein over here says $5.29. Could it be that the prices are going through a change? This yarn is called Yarn Bee Soft Secret. I think it's pretty clearly a knockoff of Karen's Simply Soft. That's just me. It's definitely got a similar kind of sheen, or you could say a glow, to the yarn. It is going to cost you $5.49. I'm really liking these greens and blues. This colorway is called Seafoam, and this colorway is called Lime. Hold on. The Lime colorway is priced at $5.99. It is Editing Courtney here, and actually it looks like there was even another colorway in this video called Buffed Blush that was priced at $4.99. I just have one question. What is the deal? We are coming up on something a little different here called Yarn Bee Yarntopia. We are out of the Baby Bee collection. This yarn will cost you either $4.49 or $3.99. Who knows? Just gotta pick the right one, I guess. This is in the colorway Rose. It looks like there is 312 yarns. It is 100% acrylic. Above this Yarntopia, we've got another new yarn called, yep, I had to check the name. It is Rustic Romantic. It is 15% hemp and 85% acrylic. Never mind the fact that I just dropped it as I was showing it to you. A fun fact, as I'm recording the last minutes of this video, I'm holding 2 skeins of yarn in my hands. There are 220 yards in one skein of Rustic Romantic. Over here we have a yarn called Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek. It is a low pill acrylic, and price on these yarns says $4.99. Who knows if that will vary depending on what skein you get. Up here we have Mini Maker. It's just a small skein of acrylic yarn basically. This was actually the first time I noticed in store that the prices are different on some of these skeins. The white up here is priced at $129. As we look at these different colorways on the very top of this aisle, we see that at the very end this orange is also priced at $129. But whoa, 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 this skein of Mini Maker Burgundy is only 99 cents. Over here is something called Yarn Bee Pearl Spun. This is in the colorway Pearl. It says it is a low pill. The price tag says $3.99, but can we trust it? Who knows? The yardage is 150 in one of these skeins. I'm thinking that the yardage is the same, even if the price is different. This is a nice colorway. It's called Golden Brown. This is actually Yarn Bee Easygoing. It says it is 175 yards in a skein. 60% acrylic, 40% polyamide. I think we'll look at a few more colorways of Yarn Bee Easygoing. Up here we have Willow. and Cottage Rose. Also frosting. Very cool. Still saying $4.99 up here. Okay. This one is called Saccharine Citrus. And this one is called Sage. I think I'll also get some washi tape while I'm here, and well, the Paper Studio brand is 40% off, but which one should I choose? Since I don't think I show it to you at the end of the video, I will tell you. I went with this pack of pastels. Goodbye, Hobby Lobby. This might be our last trip there. I guess it's the point in the video where I'm going to show you the yarn. I went with the I Love This Yarn in the colorway 406 Dakota. And also the I Love This Yarn Metallic in the colorway Aqua Sparkle, number 762. Maybe as the light hits it a little bit, you'll be able to appreciate the colors as much as I do. All right, thanks for watching. Bye!